me up. I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
What is going on, Vibers? What is up? What is up? Welcome back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this topic. Yes, ma'am, we back. What's going on, sexy alley cat girl alive? What is going on? She said, I need the dancing dog from Rumble. You know what? We do definitely. We definitely do. So listen, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while. And this is one of the inbox suggestions that I had gotten as well. So I want to go ahead and get into the topic. And somebody actually might need to hear it, right? So this is probably going to apply to you no matter what. A lot of people think that jealousy stems from how much money you have, and that can be true. A lot of people think that it could stem from how you look. That can be true, but it could be a lot deeper than that. And especially when you're dealing with a certain sort of feminine. So we're just going to be talking about women, right? Because typically when we talk about dangers that women face, we're more than likely always talking about what? Men. But we don't talk enough about the actual real dangers that could be in close proximity that you don't even think about, right? And I'm going to give you several stories as examples, right? And listen, you need to understand this and be thinking about this if any of this applies to you or more, but it's definitely not limited to what I'm about to say. If you are attractive, right, you can be targeted. If you can sing, you're the go-to person at work. You have a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain charisma. People like you. Maybe you're the choir director at church. Maybe you are the team lead at your job or whatever. Maybe you get better grades than everyone in your class. You might have, if you're a part of like a women's auxiliary situation where you guys meet up or whatever, or you're in a sorority or something like that, and you're the go-to person, right? That makes you, no matter what your talent could be, or that special it that you have, this could be you, right? Exactly. You could drive a nice car, like This Is True said. Like I said, you could be a good dancer. You could be a good singer. You could be a good content creator. You could be a good TikToker. Whatever it is, if there is a place where you are, where people celebrate you, where you are highlighted or whatever, you know what? And let's not forget this, like Scar Beauty said, you could just be happy, right? Because there are some people that hate to see happy. Now, most of us are healthy minded and happiness is somewhat contagious. I'm one of those people. When I see people happy, I don't have to know you. But if you're outwardly happy, I'm happy for you. I'm cheering with you. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people cannot stand to see that. And sadly, people who can't stand that typically don't achieve it or don't have it because they think that someone else having those things is an indictment on them, right? You could just be minding your black business. You could be the girl with the long, pretty hair at the salon, or you could be the girl with the short fro and you rock it better than anybody can. You could be working in a salon. This is a good one, especially if you do work in a salon. You could be the baddest stylist in the salon. Okay. You could be the coldest nail tech there. Whatever. If you have that thing that separates you from the crowd, you can become a target. And what's sad about this is it begins very, very early. I saw a video on TikTok the other day, and I kind of want to get into the psychology of this. And I've said it before, but like the way this girl, I wish I would have saved the video. I forgot to save the video because I was riding around with my husband and talking to him, so I didn't get a chance to save it. But this girl said something to this effect, right? Because we know people cannot be born with these hater vibes, right? They're not born that way. They're created. If you got to deal with, look here. If you talking to a chick that had to live her whole life arguing with her mama because her mama calling her B's and H's, you do not want no parts of a woman that has an unhealed mother wound. Okay? You don't want no parts of it. If her mama was calling her bitches and hoes, if her and her mother were fighting over men and relevancy and attention, baby, you ain't no fight for her. Okay? You're going to lose. You're going to lose every time. Okay? She was raised in an environment that suggests that your wins come at somebody else's loss. And it's innate. It's just the way that it happened. You know, it's just the way that it happened. Life actually shapes them this way based on their environment, based on the type of women that they've been around. And this is why I always say your daughters, your nieces, granddaughters, cousins, young women that are around you, they have to see you celebrating other women. They have to see you cheering on another woman's wins. They have to see you, in a position to where you are actually able to be happy for someone. Because if they don't see that, they're not going to react naturally when they have to actually witness it themselves. You know how like when you see women get together sometimes, and I dealt with this a little while ago with the Tasha K situation, right? They were like, oh, y'all gonna fall out. Now, here's the thing. People fall out all the damn time. It's just the truth, right? But to say that y'all are gonna fall out and it's fake because y'all are cool and you're kissing somebody's ass if you respect them or you treat them with kindness. Some people do not know what it looks like to have healthy situations for women, with women. I'm sorry. So when they see it, it automatically looks fake. I remember there was a time on the platform where there was a few women that had been beefing, getting into it or whatever, and not necessarily beefing, just a noticeable they don't like each other. So when they finally got a chance to get together and talk it out, the women with the unhealed mother wounds, the women that have that weird quality where they cannot stand to see another woman win or whatever, they were like, oh, those bitches are fake. They're fake. And then they commence to try and destroy the reconciliation because it's just some women that cannot stand it. They hate it. And they don't even know what to do about it. But what you need to not do is discount that, whether it's happening online or offline. These women can be extremely dangerous. Extremely. So I'm going to talk about a couple of scenarios. Some of them you actually might be familiar with, and some of them you may not, right? So let's just talk about how one of the most dangerous places for women sometimes is in the company or the presence of jealous women. Okay. So do me a favor and hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. We're in a relationship already because you clicked on it, right? Once you click that video, we're in a relationship because you're going to get my notifications. Okay, let's get into it. So let me see. Let me make sure. Let me see. Scarbu says, stressed out as I get when it's time to braid my niece's hair, I never let her know or I see it. That's really, really good. What's going on, Fuzzy? My girl alive. What's going on, Q in the bushes? Patty Patty says you have to be careful of being jealous of someone and wanting what they have. You don't know what that person went through to get what they have. You may not be strong enough to. That's true, because typically anybody that has something, most people that has something, they worked for it, and everybody ain't willing to work that hard to get what some people have. You know, they're just not. But they want what it looks like on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about some of these cases. Okay. So in this conversation, right, you got to beware of jealous women because their envy can cost you everything, even including your life. And that's happened many times. There are hundreds and thousands of stories where women have met their demise because of other women, right? Jealous women, it can turn deadly. Anybody ever heard about the Shanda Sharer story? This is about a 12-year-old target of jealousy, okay? So picture this. You're 12 years old, right? Just a baby. And out of nowhere, some bitter teenager decides she doesn't like you because you're talking to her ex, okay? And instead of moving on like a normal person, she gathers a whole squad of unstable girls to handle you, right? What happens next is going to be pure horror. This was a terrible situation, right? So then there's Melinda Lovelace, and she was a 16-year-old girl, and she became obsessed with her ex-girlfriend Amanda's new friendship with Shanda Sharer, again, who was 12 years old. And instead of dealing with her feelings like a sane person, Melinda gathered 3 other girls and set up this trap to lure Shanda out. They kidnapped this girl, tortured her for hours, and they burned her alive, all because Melinda couldn't stand the idea of Shanda moving into her space as this girl's friend, right? So this wasn't just teenage bullying. This was a full-blown female rage fueled by jealousy. And let's be clear, Melinda didn't even want Amanda back. She just couldn't stand seeing another girl take her place because at the root of a lot of female jealousy is control. Okay? It's definitely control. Hey, Helen. Helen said, I'm glad I have a great group of women in my life. We don't do jealous. Me too. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And online situations, in my opinion, have made that worse. But let's talk about these crimes, okay? Just want to set the backdrop for what we're talking about and what I'm going to be talking about going forward on this channel. Naomi Oni, okay? This was the best friend who tried to erase her beauty, okay? So let's talk about it. So she had a so-called best friend named Mary Conye, right? These two had been tight since they were little kids, but there was one problem. Mary couldn't stand how beautiful, confident, and well-loved Naomi was, and sis let that jealousy fester until she snapped. Mary stalked Naomi, disguised herself in a full niqab. If you don't know what a niqab is, when you think of the Muslim ladies, right? The ones that cover everything and you can only see their eyes, that will be a niqab. So then she threw sulfuric acid all over Naomi's face and she permanently scarred her. Much like the case that we just heard of recently where they ran up in the salon and poured acid on the face of a young lady who was the salon owner there. And what's wild is, in the case of Naomi, she had researched acid attacks for years. looking up cases like Katie Piper's, another woman who had this happen to her. Before she even, executed this plan, she had been plotting. Drop a blue heart if you know that a jealous woman will plot on your ass, okay? They don't typically pop out right away. They will be right next to you, pretending to be your friend for months, for years even, while plotting your demise and plotting your downfall, okay? Voices Unbothered said, I was the baddest girl at the shop and the owner blocked my client. That's what people do. Because again, at the heart of jealousy is control. Okay. They not only do they want to control, possibly what you look like, how much money you make, how people, they want to control how people perceive you. They want to control that, right? That's their largest problem. They want people to look at them in the same light that you are looked at. Let's get into it. So, again, after researching acid attacks for years on her best friend, she eventually went ahead and did it. And then after it happens, Naomi, she thought that she was attacked by a random person. But the police dug into her friend Mary's phone and found that search history of all those attacks, right? They found Naomi's schedule in her phone, even messages where Mary was mocking Naomi's pain. Now, Mary ended up getting in trouble. They found out that it was her. She ended up getting 12 years in prison. But Naomi got a lifetime of trauma and scars. You cannot afford to not pay attention to a jealous bitch, okay? You just can't. I had the mistake of recognizing when someone was jealous, but not wanting to be comfortable with even thinking that up about another person, that I would ignore it. Now, if I get an inkling of jealousy or mirroring, if I just feel it a little bit, it's almost to the point where I'm paranoid. I get you away, because what I've recognized, especially in my case, and I'm sure some of you guys can attest to this kind of, right? When it came to me and the situations that they do online, look, I already see hoes want you to die a virtual death. If they had access to me in real life, these hoes would kill me. If chlamydia or any of these other hoes that love running my name or whatever had access, they would actually do something to me, because that is the equivalent of what's happening here, right? So Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding, y'all remember them, right? This was Olympic, no pun intended, level jealousy. So if you don't know the story, right? Nancy Kerrigan was like the golden girl of figure skating. She was poised. She was graceful. She was everybody's favorite. And then there was Tonya Harding, who was actually talented too, but she felt like she wasn't getting the respect that she deserved, right? And instead of grinding harder, what did she do? She let her bitter ass entourage plot against Nancy. So right before the Olympics, a hired goon attacked Nancy with the baton, trying to break her leg so she couldn't compete. Drop a blue heart if you understand that a bitch that is trying to stop you will do whatever to end you, okay? So while you've probably never had your legs physically broken like Nancy did, I bet some of y'all can testify to someone virtually doing stuff to chop you off at the legs, right? Helen said, I'm beginning to understand why our creator allowed the removal of our superpowers, because we were probably cursing each other over bullshit. I would look, don't get me started. Do not get me started. So right before the Olympics, she hired the goon, attacked her with the baton, trying to break her leg so she couldn't compete. The mastermind was actually Tanya's husband and their crew. And while Tonya claimed that she didn't know what was going on, right, all of the evidence said otherwise. But here's the silver lining, right? Nancy still competed and at least won the silver. You know why? Because bad bitches always bounce back. Now, what did Tonya get? Tonya got banned for life, humiliated, and forever known as the woman who tried to cheat her way to the top. Jealousy makes people dumb. Instead of focusing on her craft, Tonya let her insecurity turn into sabotage. And that's the thing. Tonya was probably good enough to have got a medal as well. You know what I'm saying? She was good enough. She was just as good as Nancy, but she just she didn't want her to win. She felt like she couldn't compete until she took this other woman down. You know, you can cheat, but you can't cheat someone's destiny, and they don't know this. You know what I'm saying? Sabotage will never put them in the winner's spot, but they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. Acme Listening Inc. said, to damage the friendship between me and my best friends of 49 plus years. Wait, I might have missed something. I think I missed part of what you were saying, honey. Skyler Neese. Okay. You ever had that moment when you realize that your friends ain't really your friends? That's what happened to 16-year-old Skyler Neese. She thought she had two ride or die besties, Sheila Edie and Rachel Shoff. But little did she know they had a whole murder plot behind her back. The crime was one summer night they lured Skyler into a car, claiming that they just wanted to hang out. Skyler had been ignoring all of the warning signs the whole time that these hoes were not her friends, that they were not her besties, that they were actually envious of her and just downright evil. Instead of actually going to hang out like she thought, they stabbed her to death, left her body in the woods, and then went about their lives like nothing happened. And when people started asking where Skyler was, they joined the search party like freaking psychopaths and started helping look for the body of Skyler, knowing that they had killed her. One of them eventually broke down and confessed. But the main one was out here posting on Twitter about the girl disappearing like she wasn't a whole murderer. It was just sick, right? But both of the girls got like 20 years in prison. So again, a common theme. We have to understand that some women they just can't not just dislike you, right? They actually think that you do not deserve to exist. And that's why you got to watch the ones who secretly hate while calling you sis. Because a jealous woman, she's your friend today and your biggest enemy tomorrow. And please do understand, these women will stop at nothing. If they feel like you are in the way of getting to, do not discount a jealous heifer. She will end you. She will end you. Okay? Some of the greatest dangers women face do not come from strangers, but from women they once called friends. And now the internet has made these betrayals even more vicious. Right? Just think about how Selena trusted Yolanda. Remember her manager, Yolanda? She thought she was family, treated her like family, put her in position, put her on. But what happened? Because Yolanda could not control things, she wanted what Selena had instead of what Selena offered in friendship and in gifts. And that turned her into a murderer. Right? They'll stalk you. They'll study your every move, wait for the perfect moment to strike, just to watch you crumble. And once they dehumanize you enough, they invite the world to join in. The internet becomes their weapon and you become the target. Because jealousy isn't just about wanting what you have, it's about making sure you don't have it. You have to protect yourself from these kind of women. Okay? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Tap Delicious says, My oldest daughter's friends set her up to be unalived. A jealous woman is an evil, heartless woman. Amen. How like you're I've seen the setups for cheerleaders back when I was in high school. I was a majorette at one point. There was setups for majorettes where they would hide your boots, hide your uniform, rip your uniform so that you couldn't perform, whatever, anything, you know, anything to stop your progress, right? Fuzzy says, when people point out jealousy, you please take heed. Absolutely. And don't be thinking that, because sometimes people make the mistakes of thinking that, you know, the person that's jealous, well, they've got more money than me, or they've got a better car, or they're prettier. Sometimes the jealousy don't have anything to do with something material. Sometimes it's literally the innate things that you have, the qualities that you have. So you have to be, you know, you have to guard it. You have to be protective of it. You just do. You just do. And take every single, and I'm not even trying to make, you know, you feel paranoid or anything, but I just need you to take it seriously. Take it seriously. We do a lot of pre-planning on how to be safe if we're going to be out at night. We do a lot of preparation for if you go on a date with someone that you've never met before, or if you met him online or whatever, you're going to make sure that your friend has access to your Uber. You're going to make sure she knows where you are and all of this kind of stuff, right? You got to do that. You got to do that with these hoes too. You have to. They're doing the most. If like some of this stuff is going to be exposed in the docuseries that I'm doing about some of the experience that I've had personally, but that's not what this stream is for. But just know these women are witches. These women are spellcasters, honey. And some of them don't even know that they are. They will sit there with the Bible in their hand while cursing you. Because you have to understand that when someone is projecting evil on you, that's cursing. That's a curse. That's no different than somebody going to the damn graveyard, pulling up some dirt, burning some candles in the name of whoever to wish bad stuff on you. It's the same thing. It's all about intention, and that's what they do. Helen says jealousy is such a waste of emotion because everyone has their own destiny. And that look, jealous people are control freaks, basically. Especially when they're trying to stop you from getting to where you're going and what you're doing. They're trying to control your destiny. Right? Even going into destiny swapping. Typically, when you see people that mirror you, imitate you, they are jealous. They want what you have. They want you. They want to be you. They want, you know, whatever it is about you. And those are the ones that usually are closer to you, sabotage you. And then what you do, you look up and you see them starting to do the same damn things you doing. Talk like you talk, dress like you dress. As soon as you start seeing, when y'all go to the store, everything you pick up, she pick up, you better watch that hoe. You better watch her. Notice all the shit. Every time you tell her that you had a win or something good happened for you and she ain't got nothing to say or she finds a problem, you better watch that hoe. Don't leave your drink around her. Don't eat no food from her. And look, don't be sleek. Look, this stream is about women, but I just thought about that. Look, my cousin was going to come on to talk about it, and she eventually will. But do not be sleep on them warlocks, ladies. Oh, yeah, them men be casting spells, too. You think that they wielding them Shango sticks just to give you pleasure, baby. They be practicing sex magic, too. Trying to take your ass down. Mm-hmm. This is true, Sam. My sister was mad because her baby didn't come out with gray eyes like mine and didn't want to bring the baby. What? That's insane. That is insane. Honey, my cousin told me that she saw on the ring cam at home, something told her to put it, because they had been kind of like beefing a little bit. She set up the camera in the bedroom. Now, this dude was a Christian, was anti anything spiritual or anything that did not have to do with the blood of Jesus, right? Or so she thought, right? He was all against, witchcraft and any other religion besides Christianity. He want to go to church 16 days a week. He don't want to miss Bible study. He don't want to do this. Now, when he got caught fucking up out here in these streets and she thought that he was done, he thought that she was done. She pointed that camera towards that bedroom and found him doing hoodoo spells. They do all of this talking online about women and spaghetti and burying niggas' drawers in their front yards, but don't nobody talk about them warlocks. Q said, I keep telling y'all this, these men do magic on women too. They do. And she would have never believed that he was doing that had she not filmed it. Had she not, he was literally writing spells on their sheets, spraying oils and stuff like that. I'm sorry, not spraying, like dousing oils, burning candles, doing whole rituals in their bedroom while she was out. Crazy. A lot of the raps they are writing down are spells put to music. Yeah. But that's exactly why the gossip of a lot of women is very similar. So you see a bunch of hoes sitting around talking about what they hope for another woman and what she, just lying or whatever. They're spell casting. They're spell casting. And have you experienced where someone is constantly like willing or saying that, oh, this is going to happen, and this your friend now, and she's telling you how something bad is going to happen, and if you do this, this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and you be thinking that this bitch psychic. She not psychic. Because to me, negative people are the best manifestors. They will talk some shit up on your ass and then have you thinking that they got some sort of gift. They don't have no gift. They done manifested that shit for you. It's spell work. Diddy had a whole Haitian voodoo queen tattooed on his back. He sure did. He sure did. Them folks said, especially if you aren't used to it and don't know the feel or the energy of certain smells, you may not recognize spell work initially. Yep. That's very true, too. Empress Kaya says, insecure men use sex magic all the time. Q says, curses are the easiest magic trick to do. Because it doesn't even require a lot. Sometimes all it requires is somebody that is focused heavily on you. Flora says, Diddy is giving Papa Legba? No, not at all. I wouldn't. Well, let me think about that. Papa Legba has more trickster energy than anything. Diddy, I would say, I don't think Papa Legba. Let me think. Who would Diddy kind of who is Diddy giving? I don't see Papa Legba though. I definitely don't. I don't. She says that's they do. That's why they always want to release inside you. Fuzzy says, no, he ain't got nothing on Papa Legba. Diddy just nasty. Definitely. Definitely. It's when they try to cut their women down with their words, that spell energy. It is. Like, pimps are basically using that kind of energy. Pimps, these overt mammy mothers who tell their daughters they're not gonna be shit. Don't nobody want you. Ain't nobody gonna want you. That's a manifestation. It definitely is. Definitely is. Not Diddy is his own evil spirit. I'm looking forward to seeing him get his justice, though. But Do you guys know when that situation happened with that one lady in that beauty salon? I started looking up because I was looking for her story when she threw that they threw that acid on her face. As soon as I put the Google search in, there were like hundreds of acid attacks. Hundreds. And I was like, wow, I did not realize it's a thing. And it is. It's literally a thing. People literally do that. They literally do that. It's a thing. So I'm thinking of the one from American Horror Story. I didn't see that one. But I haven't watched that many episodes of American Horror Story either. I just haven't. Acid throwing is straight wicked. It's a curse to steal your beauty. I think that's like one of the most evil thing. Acid throwing to me is secondary to SA. Very very similar. I was even thinking about when I was like 11 years old. I remember these girls holding me down. It was four of them to cut my ponytails off. I wonder what them hoes doing now. Probably somewhere still just as miserable. Just think about where that energy comes from. They had to be raised by those kind of women. You know? Let me add some mods here. Let me see. I think I got everybody. I'm not sure. That was a mod. Hey, Gail. She said if they are with us. But that's literally the blueprint though. Yep. What happened? Oh no, we'd all went to it was picture day. And I had some ponytails with some, we called them Shirley temple curls back then, the spiral curls or whatever. And they were really, really pretty and bouncy and long. My auntie had did my hair. And them heifers was bald headed. It's true. They were bald headed. It's okay. And they cut my ponytails off. Yep. Dem folks says, I remember another little girl telling me, my mother says, you are inferior. I was maybe 8 or 9. What? Wow. And don't forget the girls who set up other girls to get essayed in high school. A lot of girls used to set other girls up. Sexy Alley Cat, yes, they was bald headed. They was bald headed, hair full of gel and grease. Mad at me. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It only took about a year for my hair to grow back. Look, and when they cut my ponytails off, my hair was still longer than theirs. So it didn't matter. That's why people get mad when I say don't let your beautiful children play with. Look, ugly children mean. Not all of them. And if, like I said, people get mad when I say that, but they mean. That's why you teach them to be kind. You teach all your kids to be kind, right? I love you too, sexy alley cat. You gotta teach all your kids to be kind. But like if they ugly, they need to be taught to be kinder. Okay? They need to be given a talent. You need to teach them how to sing. I think they had to like do a bunch of like line writing on the chalkboard or something like that. It was like 3 days. It's kind of like in school suspension. Wait, the sound went out? Did the sound go out? Hold on, let me see. Do a bunch of like. It didn't go out the gold experience, baby. What's wrong with you? What's wrong, Muffin? It's here. Oh, I had went out for a minute. I don't know. Fuzzy Spiral says, I have a cousin who set a girl up. I'm happy to report her life is fucked up. Kids gone, no car, public assistance, fat and ugly. I stay away from for decades. She wants to get close to me. No, don't let her get close. Oh, I did. I don't know because the connections are kind of shaky here because of how windy it was. I mean, is. Carmel Cutie says, I'm teaching my 12-year-old granddaughters right now about staying away from mean girls. It's so hard now with middle school age girls. You know, what's bad is mean girls, like you think that people would age out of being a mean girl, but they don't. They don't. They don't. They grow up and they become even meaner. And what's sad is imagine you're going to school with someone like, like the girls that I was telling you to cut my ponytails off. You see them 30, 40 years later, and they're just the server at Applebee's where you're working at. Do you really want to accept that plate from them? You think they grew out of being mean? Do you think that Jesus saved them and corrected their attitude? I don't. Mercury retrograde is a crazy thing. Them folks says, I have taught lil them folks to remember the girls who are kind now. One young lady is ride or die, and she had been a true friend since kindergarten. Such a lovely girl. Yeah, they need to definitely know the signs. Definitely. And for me, the signs sometimes are how you treat other women. If we all friends and you coming to me talking about her bad and not on some pulling me to the side because something, different has happened, I don't trust you. I don't trust mutual friends who drag the other friends behind their back. I don't trust hoes, and I told y'all why. Okay? Women who use men for money will use you too. I don't trust them kind of women. I'm telling you, they're the same people. A user is a user. I don't look, if your husband don't trust you, I don't trust you either. Because you definitely owe that Negro more than you owe me. And have a higher level of accountability to him. So I can't expect too much if that person ain't getting nothing. I do not trust him. Hey, Stu Man. Or Maine. Is it Maine? Yeah, it's got to be Maine. Because that's country as hell. That's what niggas name themselves. Maine this and Maine that. I got a whole bunch of Maines in my family. Shameful. I'm Unique says I'm behind a bit. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I remember a lady said that I was a mammy for saying that I didn't trust women who use men for money. But I don't know why they don't get that though. Because people who use people, they view all relationships as transactional, right? Do you understand what I mean, babe? But y'all don't think that though, do you?
What?
Like men don't have the mentality that a man that, let's say, pimps women or uses women, you don't ever transfer that over to what they'll do to you in a friendship.
No, not like that. But if they messing with somebody else's girl or something like that, it's gonna apply there.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. But I do think that male dynamics are different. But I don't know. I don't trust. Look, I don't trust hoes. I just don't. Right, Unicorn Gem. They use anyone. Michi3 says, I tell my granddaughter to watch the girls at school because her hair is long and girls are mean and will cut her hair. She just 5 days. They will cut your hair, Muffin. Look, go to the wrong salon. Go to the wrong salon. Baby, look, I'm not trying to say nothing bad and categorize a whole group of people, but I'm just going to say, if I walk into your braid shop and everybody's hairline starts behind the ears, and you see that there's ain't shit wrong with my hairline, I'm assuming that y'all gonna take mine behind my ears too. If y'all don't understand edge envy is a thing, it definitely is. I remember I was working in a salon working in the salon, and this woman was new. She had not seen my hair before. And when I took my weave down, she was like, I did not expect you to have such strong edges. And I'm like, well, why not, Muffin? And she was like, I don't usually when people wear weaves and stuff all the time, they don't have no edges. I was like, because that's what they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Looking upside my head, doing an edge check on me. Baby, no. Y'all don't think edge envy is real? Baby, anything that someone would have to possibly supplement with something false can be envied. They sell edges in the damn beauty supply store. You think people won't be jealous of you for having edges? People be jealous of your eyebrows. They got eyebrows for sale in the store now. Mm-hmm. Baby, people be look. I'm not gonna say that because that's gonna sound bad. Yeah, I don't mess with people that don't have look. If you consistently snatching out your edges, you don't give a shit about anything, right? So I'm not gonna trust you. Q says, I remember that foolishness from grammar school. A girl didn't like me. She told others I thought I was all that because I developed breasts early. Wow. That's crazy. Them folks says I've had the same hairstylist since seventh grade, and when she's not free, I go to her approved replacement. I don't mess around with my hair. That's your best bet, Muffin. Unicorn Gem says I got crochet one time, and the lady doing my hair did it so tight, my scalp buckled. Needless to say, the lady she did before me had no edges. I told her to take it out because I needed my. Yes. Do y'all remember there was just a little while ago there was a video that went viral where this lady was washing this woman's hair and scalding the hair. The water was smoking, and the other ladies in the salon was laughing and saying that she was being dramatic. When I tell you, I would have got up out that chair and beat the dog shit out of everybody laughing, including the woman who put the like. That was envy. We've heard the stories of stylists who put the relaxer in the conditioner to make people's hair fall out, scratch someone's head after a fresh relaxer. That shit is real. Honest Gen Z says women who do your braids too tight take out your hair. Most women don't know that. Yeah, and they don't mind doing it either. None of her clients had edges and didn't find. Yeah, yeah. You always show up to your appointment a little early so you can see if them other people got edges. Do not trust a stylist with no edges. We don't like stylists don't be having time to do their hair sometimes, but they should at least their hair should at least be healthy. I really don't understand going to bald head stylists. Fuzzy said, listen, all stylists know that these too tight styles will break your hair. Get up and leave. It's not worth it. Absolutely. Them folks says touching your hair is powerful washing, combing, styling. That's true. Don't let anyone put their hands in your head with bad energy. You're not about to put your little negative, bad, dusty energy on my crown chakra. No, you're not, ma'am. No, you're not. You're going to take that bullshit someplace else. Y'all think it's a game. Do not look. Do not let people put who don't like you. Or think about if your stylist is always on the phone talking shit and being mean and saying horrible things, you don't want her touching your head. You don't want her laying hands across your head, transferring her old nasty negative energy onto you. Why would you do that? Then you leave there with a bad attitude and don't even know why. She done sat up there and dragged everybody, talked shit about everybody coming in and out that door, including her husband, and told you all her business. Then you go home and you start looking at your husband the same way she just told you hers was acting. She done transferred that damn energy and you done willingly accepted by letting that hoe put her hands on your head. Don't let these people touch you. Honest Gen Z says, I think that those women do not also do business purposes. If they mess up their client's hair under the guise of doing their hair, they can keep the woman coming and keep. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. Do not let no stylist should be friendly. Stylist should be friendly. A stylist should not be mean. A stylist should actually be a very comforting individual. Like, they don't have to be your therapist, right? Even though we end up taking on that role or whatever. But that should be one of the most nurturing experiences that you come across when you're in someone's chair. I'm clocking in and out. That's this connection is sucky because of the weather. You know what? Let me see, because I think sometimes your VPN will do that as well. Let me I often message her later about how much better I feel. That's how it should be. It should. It should. And stylists should reserve the right to refuse to take some clients. There's some people you couldn't pay me to do their hair. Well, I don't know, because we all got a price. I look, if I got to do a spiritual cleanse after I do your hair, then that's okay. But no, seriously, like, some people you don't even want around. You know, you just don't. Another group, another telltale sign of that whole you're in danger girl from like a jealous person. She clocking everybody T, and I don't mean she's like, necessarily finding out things that, like, whoa, let me warn you about this. No, 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 that's not what I mean. She just everybody's bad. Everybody around you is bad, to the point where you look up and she's isolating you from your friends. Or she's super interested in friending the friends that you guys have independently. You look up, and the people that have been your friends all the time, somehow now they're closer to her than you. Child, bye. Bye. Simply the Best says, please keep this live up. I have to watch the replay. This topic is strong in the spiritual community. Is it? Maybe that's why it's been on my mind so much. Helen says, what if Azalea Banks, with her chicken killing energy, wanted you to do her hair? What's your price, baby? First of all, I would have to do a preparation for about 7 to 10 days first. And when I got through putting protections up around that salon in that space, she probably wouldn't even walk in the door. She probably wouldn't even walk in the door. Mm-mm. No, she would, it literally would repel her. She would get to choking and shit when she walked in. Mm-mm. Nope. What is this? Simply the Best says, Destiny Swap and Sacrifice is big right now, all tied back to envy. Envy should be looked at a lot more strongly than it is. And it has to, literally has to be learned to be recognized really, really early. It is so, the workplace, you at a job with women who are jealous of you, you ain't gonna have that job for long, or they're gonna have you resenting being there. They're gonna make your existence, very strained. Unicorn Jim says, the stylist I have now is a high school acquaintance, and we become such good friends. I love when it's time for the appointment. That was my salon environment. I just wanted everybody to relax, chill, take a load off, have a safe space, you know? That's all I desired. I wanted women to be able to be free, talk our shit, because there would be so many things that would happen that was so good. Like relationships would start there. Uh-oh. My let me plug in my laptop. I didn't realize that it wasn't plugged in. You had to get rid of a coworker. Baby, how did you get rid of her? I'm curious, Muffin. What you talking about? Q. Talking about getting rid of. You know what, though? I will say this. There's a certain type of woman that a certain type of jealous energy that tries to attach to me. And it's crazy because I talk myself out of recognizing when that energy comes, right? When that person comes around, when I see them, I literally talk myself out of them being exactly what I know that they are. I remember leaving a job because this woman was so ridiculous. Just trying to like literally morph into me. And it's like, I've been experiencing this my whole life. So I know that there was a lesson that I'm supposed to get from this, and I'm supposed to know how to respond by now. But I remember leaving that job, and that lady's name was Barb. The next job I went to, Barb followed me there. Okay. Not her, but her energy. Same thing. Aaliyah says we got heavy Wednesday. I'm saying, you're in Nevada? In Vegas? Because we've got some crazy ass heavy winds going on right now, and it don't even make no sense. Last night when I jumped on that live stream, the lights were blinking. I couldn't stay live. I had to join from my phone. The Wi-Fi was down. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. She says, I got rid of him because he thought he could talk to me any kind of way when he was training me. I mixed my potion up, sprayed it at work, and he was gone in a few weeks. And well, amen. Amen. It's just, I just had a woman obsessed with me. I had to block her. Yeah, you definitely do. Oh, it's happening. Oh, both of y'all are in Dallas. That's too funny. That's too funny. Acme Liston says, yes, yes, I do the same thing. I hate when I realize that it's bad. Because I even hate to say that. You hate to say that someone is jealous because it makes you seem or sound arrogant. But like, we got to start telling the truth on what it is. And think of all the stories that we've heard over the years, not just like Nancy Kerrigan and Selena Gomez and Shanda Sharer and stuff like that. There are so many instances. Do you know how many mistresses, unalive wives, unalive husbands, unalive uh, men that are messing with? It's crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. They make you think that both of y'all have a lot in common. They always say, me too, and I want to be just like you. Look, let me tell y'all, I think the Vibers probably know about this person anyway, but we'll be talking about her on the docu-series that I'm doing over there with Real Life once a week, right? This girl was always telling me how much she admired me. She was telling me all the time how much she admired Taz. She would say to Taz, because we would be talking on the phone and I would be on speakerphone, and she would be like, I really want him to mentor my boyfriend, right? Because her boyfriend was like our kids' age, and she was like maybe I think like 15 years older than him or something like that. So I don't know why she thought that her boyfriend would be able to, treat her or do the same things that Taz did. But anyway, she was always saying, I love your relationship. She would always tell me, I love your mind. I love the way you speak. I love the way you do this. I love the relationship that you have with this. I love how you do this. I love how you do that. Right. And sometimes it did get uncomfortable to the point where when she would do it like on a live stream, I would kind of like be cringing, and I would try to like make it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal, you know. But the whole time, she was trying to be me, you know. She was trying to be me. And she went on a campaign specifically to try and destroy me. And then while doing that, she started to morph into me. She started telling my story as her story. My relationship with my dad. She started acting like she had the same relationship with her dad. It was just weird stuff. It's weird stuff. Let me see. What is my daughter texting me? Lord. Let me see something. Brina West says, hello, everyone. I'm late, but glad I caught the live. We're glad that you're here, too. Fuzzy says, that part you didn't hear or acknowledge is that she loved those things about you for her. That is so important. That is so important. And what she did was during the time when we were building like our relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it, she literally was mirroring me. She started like when she found out that Taz did sports betting, right? She started saying, well, she didn't understand that it was sports betting. When she knew that he was going to the casino, she thought that he was shooting craps or something like that, right? So she would be like, oh, yeah, my man does that too. When no matter what I said, or what are you doing, sir? Nothing. No matter what I did, she would literally be sitting up telling me that she was doing the same thing. And I wasn't thinking that she was lying, because I just don't understand why somebody would just lie about huge things like that. Like everybody laughs at me when they say, why did you believe her when she was saying certain things? Like she was telling me she had, I think she said she had like $100,000 in the bank, right? Now, Nyla don't have no $100,000 in the bank, right? But I know people that do, right? So when she said that, I was like, okay, okay. That, if she said that, I believed her, because she was telling me that, her family was doing this and they were doing that and all this kind of stuff. Whole time she was making up stuff and she was mirroring what she had heard me say about my family. Empress Kaya says, I'm tired of people telling me I should cut my locks. I'm getting annoyed by it. Old catalog, sell your hair for what it. Look, y'all want a hair story about a jealous woman other than when I was a kid? So imagine this. I'm taking down my braids. The braids have been up for like 2 months, something like that. I'm taking down my braids. And my hair tangles really, really easy, right? Real easy, it tangles. My hair, no cap, was elbow length. Elbow length. I have never, ever been encouraged to cut my hair, ever. Typically, when I show people my hair, they like it. They love the fullness, the weight of it. They like it, and they'll start admonishing me for not wearing my hair. Not this hoe. She was like, this is a new season and a new era. You should just start over. Why are you even detangling your hair? Because I needed help detangling, right? She was like, why do you even want to detangle it? Why don't you just cut it all off? I will never forget that. I will never forget that. Do you know I sat up there and did a big chop? Like she literally convinced me, like, you're doing something different. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate that. She was like, you're doing something different. This is a new start in your life. You should just start over. She told me to cut all my hair, elbow length hair. And I'm listening. I'm listening, thinking that, this is my friend. She's right. Maybe there's some spiritual benefit from this. Yes. Yes, child. Yes, child. She told me cut my hair off. And my dumb ass did it. My dumb ass did it, thinking like, you know what? I am kind of tired of I am tired of detangling this hair all the time. Thank you. Q, you got beautiful hair too. I mean, you know what? We all do though. We all do. Q got beautiful hair. Fuzzy got beautiful hair. I be seeing y'all natural hair pics too. Like a lot of y'all, like honestly, most women who wear wigs and weaves got the best hair, unless they're on some hood booger stuff, right? You know, don't be gluing your edges down. Don't be doing that, muffin. She said, Gold Experience says, yes, see, you have to be careful when you have long natural hair. But you know what? You shouldn't have to be careful around other women that you think are your friends, though. You know what I mean? Tat Delicious says, when I was a loose natural, I received heat damage too many times from stylists, just burning the hell out of me. Or pulling your hair. Like they'll pull your head back and forth and all that kind of stuff. Novella Dolphin says, my mother chopped off my hair twice. Oh my God. What? Your mother? Wow. I'm sorry, Novella. That is so alarming. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Q says you shouldn't have to be careful because your natural light shines, but we have to. I'm still stuck on Novella. I am so, so sorry. You good, Monica? You good? Mm-mm-mm. Novella says, my mother had a lot of mothers do. A lot of them do. A lot of mothers are jealous of their daughters, jealous of their youth, jealous of their successes, jealous because they found a way to navigate life differently than them. A lot of them are. Yep. Sexy Alley Cat said, I had a hairstylist who loved to burn me. I had to leave that salon. See? You got one time to burn me. The second time you do it, I'm gonna think you're doing it on purpose. But yeah, there's a lot of jealousy inside salons. It really is. Yep. They be jealous that your daddy features soften hers and you look better than her. Dang. Dang. Well, if you're still here at the end, Mixtress Monica, we still highlighted your comment, even though you're at the beginning of the stream. Amen. Jennifer says, I couldn't imagine that for my mom. I have aunts like that, though, which is bad. Yeah, it gets to be ugly. But I've even seen daughters jealous of mothers, too. I've seen that dynamic as well. Definitely have. It's ugly. Definitely ugly. Jennifer says, I couldn't, I'm sorry, Unicorn Jim says sad but true. It's unfortunate, but like, that's literally the world that we live in. That's literally the world that we live in. Like, women have a hard time being happy. That's why I say your kids gotta see, your daughters gotta see you being happy for other women. They gotta see you helping other women. They gotta see all of that. You know, that's important. Empress Kaya says, this is sad because my hair is long to my calves. Oh my God. Are you kidding me, Kaya? That is long hair. Oh my God, girl. Do you know, girl, if you can grow it to your hair is on your calves. Oh yeah, you did say you have locks. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. I worry about my granddaughter sometimes. My oldest granddaughter, her hair grows so long. Typically, it's like right at her butt. They have to cut her hair quite a few times a year to like shoulder length because her hair grows so long. I really do worry about her. because people have an issue with stuff like that. Exactly, Q. That is hate speech. Telling you to cut your hair off and sell it. That don't make no sense. Makes no sense. Bella says my son's hair is to his butt. He's got locks too. Hey, not the one. I kind of want locks, but I just don't want to be stuck with the permanency of it. So I probably should get a lock wig or sister locks or something like that. But I do not have time to sit in nobody's chair for any amount of time. I got 2 hours for you. That's all I got. So I know I can't do sister locks. Are they heavy? I wish I could see them, Kaya. I'm so curious. Are they heavy? Tell me that bar says mine was that long too. I just cut it because my neck, shoulders, and back were hurting. That's what I was wondering. Does it sometimes hurt your back and stuff? I bet they are beautiful. The video screenshot you used is hilarious though. I don't know what you're talking about. She says, one of my friends undid her locks. Wow. Oh, not someone. She undid her own locks. Yeah, I used to do undo. I used to do undo people's locks all the time. I could never sit that long. You had locks, Fuzzy? You gotta show me a picture. I didn't know. You have. How long have you had them, Petty Patty? Acme Listening Inc. says, so mothers try to live vicariously through their daughters and become angry if their daughter wants something different. Yeah. The thumbnail I picked for the live. What's wrong with it? Hey, Anti. It just takes too long. I can't sit up there. But I think Sister... Do y'all remember when B-Love first got Sister Locks? And everybody was dragging her? They're so pretty now. Like, they just could not let her go through her awkward stage. Kay is my name says, a girl in my 9th grade class said I should cut my hair in a short style. I just looked at her. I was thinking you should grow some if you want a haircut with it. Right. It'll be 2 years. I really, really would like to do it. But child, look, I'm fighting gray. I'm fighting these grays, y'all. I am fighting these grays, baby. These grays are so disrespectful. I don't know why they keep coming, where they come, why. Well, I know why they coming because I'm old, but muffin. But baby, Ebony said, y'all remember when we thought Nyla and Q were the same person? That is too funny. I think didn't Weird Demons say that I think they said we cousins or sisters now. It's The Rock says, I have locks too, and I've cut them 3 times already because I hate sitting on. Lord have mercy. Anti says, which flavor muffin you cooking, baby? Rainbow muffins, baby. All of them. We're going to cook all the muffins today. We're going to cook them all, baby. You growing your gray hair out? If it would, you know what though? If it would just like all turn gray at one time, I would be perfectly. When I tell you I would rock that shit, if it would just say, bam, we're gray. We're going to be gray. But my gray hair likes to play games. It likes to play games. You know what I'm saying? It likes to, just be, it likes to, play. So I don't like salt and pepper. No, just give me salt. Okay? I don't want to be a salt and pepper. Just give me salt. And I promise I will rock the hell out of some silver white hair. But you're not about to play me. You're not about to play me. I'm not about to be walking around here salt and pepper. I can't do it. I can't do it, Jesus. Them folks says I went gray in my mid-30s, so I dyed my hair black like clockwork. Yeah, so I would be one of those people with locks that I had to color. Okay, I would have to do that. You said when I gray, I'm gonna dye the whole thing gray. I could lift my hair and basically, I could lift it and tone it and make it all silver if I want to. If when I get to over 50% gray, then I think that I actually will do that. Q says, "Oh wow, really? I have 3 grays on the right side of my temple right now. 42 years old. I'm panicking, girl." Miss HLS said I had a few gray strings. I had a gray streak at like 27. I had like a few really silver, distinctively silver streaks in my hair. But my hair is also a sandy color when it's dry. So, it just looked dirty with grays in it. It just looked dirty. Soft Place to Land said, I finally went salt and pepper, which I loved when I lost my hair to alopecia. Oh, I'm sorry, Muffin. That Botana oil is really good for hair growth, y'all. It's good. It definitely is. Q said one of my classmates was gray when I was in high school. 2-strand twists are perfect there now. You know what? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Like some small two strand twists that are like as tiny as sister locks. I could do that. But my hair tangles so easily. Anti says, have you ever noticed that gray hair sometimes turn back to us? Yes. Black sesame oil. If you are, you know what, and I'm gonna guess because I'm gonna see if my gray hair is stress or genetics. Now, my dad did gray really, really early, so I would not be surprised. But black sesame oil, black sesame seed oil can reverse grays. You did it in a 2 day. See, like, girl, I don't have time for that. I don't. I just don't have time, baby. I just don't. Mm-mm. Shit, I wish my whole head was gray. I love locks and stilettos, gray locks. Yeah. Like, I would say I am 20% gray and 20%. No, it's probably not 20%. It's probably 10%. That don't look good. My hair tangles wet. I have to, yeah, mine does too. And my hair be thirsty. So I have to keep, when I'm detangling, I have to keep it wet. I like to detangle with aloe vera gel. And then I just rinse it off because it gives it a lot of slip and stuff. Well, I better get this live together for later on. I'm going live on TashaKLive.com, over on the web or your app store. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff and catching up and getting into the bullshit over there. So if any of you guys want to come through over there, that would be cool. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Q says, my hair sucks up moisture. I only detangle with conditioner with a lot of slip. Yeah. You've never tried aloe vera? Yeah. Get you an aloe vera leaf from the grocery store and cut the meat out. Sometimes I mix it in with like the flaxseed gel. You ever made flaxseed gel? But mix in that aloe vera with whatever. I would put it like with a cheap conditioner and I use that to detangle. And then, do like a co-wash or plait your hair up and rinse it out. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. But it's also good for your skin. That aloe vera gel, put it on your skin. In fact, put it on there like while you're getting ready for work or something like that. Leave it on there for like, I don't know, maybe like an hour, and then wash it off. Watch and see your skin improve. Watch and see your skin just have a natural, beautiful glow. I'm about to make, matter of fact, I need to, I got this rash on my hand from the essential oils and stuff. So I'm going to make this mask that I have to make for my hands, but I'm also going to do a face mask. I got me some bentonite clay. That's really, really good too. Donna said, I just cut my hair. Thanks the Lord. I hated detangle. I'm just a lazy girl. It's okay, Muffin. You can be lazy. Oh, we know aloe is that natural healer that all our moms had in a pot at home. Oh, yeah. Good for just about anything. Just about anything. Well, I'm going to get off here. I definitely enjoyed the chit chat with everybody. I love y'all very, very much. And I will be live in a couple of hours over on TashaKLive.com. See you guys later. I love you. Bye-bye.